You're tearing me apart!
Was that Rebel Without a Cause screaming at us?
That was Rebel Without a Cause giving us a bit of a yelling at, giving us a bit of a tongue lashing.
So we were talking before about changing names, you know, before the break, and
Yes.
there's a name, we were trying to figure out what I'd change my name, because I've never been happy with my name, so we were trying to figure out what I would change my name to. We thought, Tom, you were looking at a list, was it on Cracked, about the most badass name ever possible, and what was it?
Sergeant Max Fightmaster.
Sergeant Max Fightmaster, and I thought Fightmaster was an awesome last name, but I didn't particularly like Sergeant Max.
No.
And so what? I can't remember our thought process really, but we just decided that Pawn would be an excellent first name.
Would be a good name. Yeah.
So we decided Pawn Fightmaster is a brilliant name, but then we were trying to think of a middle name.
And we got it down to Z.
Yeah.
Or question mark.
Just a single Z or a single question mark, and I really like the question mark because it's Pawn.
That means if your middle name is question mark, then your first name always has to be spoken with a rising inflection.
Yeah.
Pawn?
Pawn.
Like if my name was Tom, question mark, got to be Tom?
Hey, hey, Pawn, come over here.
Yes. How you doing, Joe? That would be pretty good.
It would be pretty good.
Another passion that Joseph and I have developed this year is facts that aren't true.
Facts that aren't true is so much fun.
Did you know that James Bond is the only fictional character ever to have the initials JB?
Think about it.
Think about it.
It's true.
Prove me wrong.
And you'll of course know that green is the only colour in history that has never caught fire.
Green is inflammable.
Green cannot catch fire.
Yeah.
It just can't happen.
Were you aware that the giant ball in the lobby of Te Papa has a pipe running under it to the nearest swimming pool about 1 kilometre away so as to provide it with chlorinated water?
Of course I knew this.
Of course you did.
And did you also know that Charlie Chaplin had a nipple on his left hand?
That's
on his
why
palm.
you never see his left arm.
That's why
Think
you never
about
see
Charlie
it.
Chaplin's most famous character, the Little Tramp. Always wears gloves.
He does, doesn't he? It's because he don't really see the nipple.
Speaking of people that wear gloves, are you aware that Mickey Mouse was originally invented as a cereal mascot, but this was discontinued when his cereal was found to have a high meat content?
Of course I knew this.
Of course you knew that. Yeah.
It's a very fun pastime. What was that one? I sent you a really good one. I sent you by text a few months ago.
Yeah.
In Madagascar, if you can picture someone in your mind's eye, you are their legal guardian.
within the traditional tribes of Madagascar.
Yeah, within the traditional tribes of Madagascar.
Which is why in Madagascar doesn't have a high academic output, because in-depth thought is discouraged in Madagascar, lest someone picture the world and become its ruler.
Exactly. And this is one, I told Anita this the other day because she was talking about inability to sleep, insomnia, and she told me, I obviously knew this, that eating earwax cures insomnia. Common cure.
Really?
Yeah. But
that's interesting, because I remember telling you, this is another fact about the ears, this is a handy household tip. If onions make you cry, dab a drop of milk on each earlobe, and you'll find that you have no desire to shed a tear.
It's amazing.
While cutting onions. Give it a go.
Yeah, it's incredible. See, what actually happens, there's a neural-linguistic thing going on.
Yes.
Linguistic isn't the right word. There's a neural thing going on in the pathways which thinks that the brain triggers the feeling of a liquid running down the pores, and then that means your brain thinks you're
so it
crying.
thinks, no need to cry, I'm already on that.
Exactly.
I've got that going already. I can just sit back and play some brain Tetris.
Yeah, exactly.
Bow, 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 bow.
And when I was talking to Anita,
Did you know the ancient Egyptians had Tetris?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have Game Boys, so they couldn't play it. But they'd already worked out, there are hieroglyphics that say, that there should be 7 falling pieces, and if you get a line, then you can, because that's how they're already writing is, in lines.
Well, no, they even got to the point where they made the cartridges, but they didn't have anything to play them on.
No, exactly.
Yeah, that's why you can find them in tombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why the pyramid goes from a line upwards to less and less lines to just a dot at the top, symbolising that the person who is born inside it has had a life, the person who is dead inside it has had a life where they have accomplished many things, made many lines, but as their life goes on, they've had to accomplish less and less until at the top they only need one block to create a line, because that's how economical they've become.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, speaking of insomnia, ages ago, this is a good one. This is a good fact. It's true, of course. That insomnia is actually caused by your bed, right? Everyone knows beds, you know, they sit like this, but they're always on a slight angle one way or another because the wood is never quite even.
Right.
And if they're on a degree, you know, an angle of degree that is uneven, it is physically impossible to sleep on the bed.
Really?
It can't happen.
It's physically impossible to sleep on an unevenly numbered, degreed bed.
Yes, exactly.
That makes sense to me.
Of course, yeah.
This is why the earwax works.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you know Peter Jackson is a registered sex offender?
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, it's true. It's look it up.
Okay.
I'm not sure where, but look it up.
Yeah, you'll find it. It's a very amusing thing. I text you a good one, but now I can't remember it a while ago.
I was always texting you good ones,
Yeah.
and I can't remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame. So this is our last part.
Yeah.
For our video.
So what we would like now, we come to the audience participation section. We've been teasing a thing for a while, which we've been trying to get underway, but due to various factors, it hasn't quite happened. And what we want to do is transfer this to the radio, and like make little radio clips that you can listen to. And we have 2 or 3 episodes under our belts, and they're phenomenal. But it's proving hard to get done. So what we wonder is whether you would like to see some more of these, or whether you would like some radio shows, or whether you like our blogs, or whether you'd just like us to go away. So yeah, what are your thoughts? How would you like to see further Tom and Joseph, and I suppose Danny, escapades in the future?
Of course, Danny's the favourite.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Further Danny escapades with optional Tom and Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah. So leave a comment or send an email or send a smoke signal or give us a call or what have you. Best of the season to all of y'all, and happy 2009. Over to you, Joseph.
Well, that's it really. You summed the whole thing up.
Yes, I did it all. So we'll see you next time, one way or another. Live long and prosper.